The Great Gatsby was written by F. Scott Fitzgerald in 1925. The book takes place after World War I, and Modern Library named it the second best English-language novel of the 20th century. The first publication of this great children's series was in 1926, and it was written by A. Milne. The author found his inspiration for these stories from his son's stuffed animals, and still today the stories of Winnie the Pooh are well known. All Quiet was written in 1929 by Erich Maria Remarque, who was a German World War I veteran. The book shows the horrors and the struggles of war that the soldier would have to go through during the war. The Age of Innocence was written by Edith Wharton in 1920, and it was her 12th novel. The novel was about upper-class life in New York City, and it won the Pulitzer Prize. The Sound of Fury by William Faulkner was written in 1929 and did not become popular until 1931 after his novel Sanctuary was published. Fitzgerald was born in 1896 in St. Paul, Minnesota. He was one of the greatest writers of the 20th century and is considered a member of the lost generation of the 1920s. His most famous novel is The Great Gatsby. Sinclair Lewis was born in 1885 in Sauk Center, Minnesota. He was an American novelist, short story writer, and a playwright. He was the first American writer to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. His most famous novel was Babbitt, which was published in 1922. Ernest was born in 1899 in Oak Park, Illinois. He was an American novelist and journalist. He published 7 novels, 6 short stories, and 2 nonfiction works. His most famous novel was The Sun Also Rises, and he also won the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature. Edith Wharton was born in 1862 in New York City. She was an American novelist, short story writer, and she also was a fashion designer. Her most famous novel was Age of Innocence, and she also won a Pulitzer Prize. Gertrude Stein was born in 1874 in Pennsylvania. She was an American writer, poet, and art collector. She spent most of her life in France, and Gertrude was a part of the modernist literature movement.